Welcome back to NTV News First Edition. As we reach the 2-week mark of our return to level 5, some people are finding it easier to make the adjustment as they've already become familiar with working from home, online services, etc. However, many people are reporting that they're really struggling even more this time. Well, to find out why and to offer some suggestions, we're joined by Dr. Janine Hubbard with our weekly segment, Get Psyched with Dr. Janine. So good to see you again.
Likewise. Good evening.
So, Dr. Janine, in many ways, we're far better prepared this time. We've good supplies of PPE, we've got masks, we're used to wearing them, of course, and we've made some adjustments to working, exercising, socializing, learning online. So then, why does it seem that this lockdown is much more difficult for so many of us?
Well, and again, I've been hearing more and more about that. The first couple of days, people seemed okay, and then the emotional reactions that have been coming out are really strong. And I think it's important to remember that all of our resources are lower. When we went into this almost a year ago, we were all at whatever our baseline levels of mental health functioning were. Some people did better than others. Some people had more struggles. We are all depleted. We are all COVID fatigued. And that is wearing on all of us, so we just don't have that same emotional resource to pull upon. Same thing financially. A year ago, in some cases, people had savings they could rely on. There were extra supports coming from the government. This time, again, those resources are really depleted. And I think for us, particularly here in Newfoundland, we're feeling really vulnerable. Because this one seems to be presenting so asymptomatically, it's much more frightening, and we're much more suspicious and angry of people because, again, it's that I don't know who might have it. And again, our resources are low, so we're far more likely to get frustrated and angry with others. So there are a lot of people really struggling this time around.
So what can we do about it?
I think it's important to acknowledge how you're feeling and, again, talk to your friends and your loved ones. And whatever you're feeling is valid. And I think that's really important to emphasize for people. If I can put out a message to employers, again, people are really struggling with kids at home and readjusting and isolation schedules and having people isolated in various parts of the house. Please keep in mind that you're not going to be getting the same level of productivity from your employees, and being proactive about talking to people about it. And sort of, guys, we got to be understanding of this. And I think one of the biggest differences this time is we've made sure that single-person households can bubble with another household. So please reach out and do that. We've seen the results about the isolation and the feelings of loneliness that have come through all of this. If you know someone who is living by themselves, please reach out to them. Make sure that you've connected. Make sure that you're, providing support, whatever that may be, because we know the importance of that social connection. And then I guess the big message is look back to last March and April. Think about what were the things that worked well for you, whether it was keeping a daily routine and structure, whether it was making sure you were doing some healthy eating and some exercise, whether it was reaching out for those social supports, and try to remember the things that didn't work so well, like perhaps the increased drinking and the increased bread consumption and all of those things. And, maybe look and try to treat it accordingly, learn from some of our past experiences. And guys, this is tough, but we are going to get through it.
Absolutely. And I guess, Dr. Janine, we should tell our viewers that if they would like to make a suggestion for a topic or maybe ask a question for you, they can email us at getpsyched@ntv.ca. As always, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for this.
Thanks again, Tony.